Hello, I am back. It is a Makeup Monday. I've got all my stuffs over here ready to go. I've got my brand new clean brushes. Well, they're not new, but they're newly cleaned and shedding because that's what brushes do over time. They start to shed. I got my brushes. I have new brushes on the way, which I will be giving you a Makeup Monday for next week when they come in. I also have my Arby's, because I was really craving Arby's. So I ran a poll on Instagram and Twitter, and it was basically to choose which palette I should try and replicate a look that I have created from. That being said, between the two, the winner was the Bloodlust collection. So I'm going in with the Bloodlust palette right here. It's beautiful. I love it. It's velvety. If you've never had the chance to see or to feel or just enjoy, this is pure velvet. As you know, with Jeffree Star Cosmetics, which I live for, everything is vegan and cruelty-free. This is a pressed pigment eyeshadow palette, so that means that there's eyeshadows in here, but then there's also pressed pigments where they're not safe for the eye, but it's like only because they stain. And he also has two brand new formulas in this, and that is with Wet Jewel and Pink Magic. So these two shades right there, and they are ever so wonderful. I don't know how else to describe them. So I'm going to be dipping into a few of these colors here to replicate a look that I have created. Here's the thing though. After picking the palette, I ran another poll to find out which look I should replicate. Well, it was a tie between two. So I'm going to do one on one eye and one on the other. These are the looks that I am going to replicate right here. I'm just gonna play around, have some fun. Maybe we'll chit-chat if I can think of any topics, because we all know that I suck at chit-chatting while doing my makeup, especially when I'm alone. We're going to get through this together. We're going to enjoy. We're going to have some fun. And feel free to follow along with the tutorial as well. It's my... This is basically just going to be strictly an eye and lip moment video, so I'm just gonna do everything else off camera. You've seen me do it before, so foundation, highlighter, blush, contour, concealer, setting powder, all that jazz. I'm gonna do all beforehand, and I will be right back to do the eyes. Okay, see you then. Okay, so I'm back. Everything is all done. We're not going to talk about the state of my skin because it's looking rough today because I didn't exfoliate. But products that I've used. The Fourth Ray Beauty Coconut Face Milk that you can get from ColourPop.com, or as Raw Beauty Christie says,
Color Bob. Color Mom.
Literally everything but ColourPop. So this is wonderful. It smells like coconuts. It smells beautiful. It feels great. It's wonderful. Love. I didn't use my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. That is my go-to today because I just wanted to do a nice quick face so I can jump right to the eyes. I did instead, however, today lay down the concealer first rather than the foundation. So for concealer, I used the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. I just put it under my eyes, along my nose, forehead, along the upper lip, on the chin, and a little bit of spotting just kind of in certain places of my face. Blended that out, and then I went in with the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation in the shade Vanilla, and I put that slightly over top of the concealer, but mainly in the areas that I did not conceal. So that's how this ends up looking. You can see, because I wasn't sure what that was, and it startled me. Because I didn't use like any exfoliation or any actual like moisturizer besides the face milk, and I didn't use my primer, you can see lots of texture like all over my nose and on my forehead and cheeks and everything. So it's not looking the best. For my bronzer, my tried and true e.l.f. in Perpetually Tan. I went usual spots, cheeks, forehead, slightly on the neck, but not very much. And from Raw Beauty Christie as well, she gave me the idea, because I've been binge watching her videos lately, to not only just do here, because if you're actually in the sun and you're actually getting hip, you get it along like the bridge of your nose here. So I went over that with this as well, just to make it look a little bit more natural. I went in with 2 different highlighters because I'm doing 2 different looks. So I wanted the highlighters to kind of match the look. So on this side of my face, if you can see that highlighter, ooh, you can. Nice. So this highlighter is the Frozen Fruit highlighter here from Jeffree Star Cosmetics in the Brain Freeze Skin Frost Pro palette. And on this side, if you can see that as well, it is the Gold Breaker shade right there. So that's what I did. I mixed the 2 along the nose, and I only put Gold Breaker on the Cupid's bow. I was going to use setting powder to kind of set the face, but my face was already looking dry, but I was going to go in with the Everyday Vacay by Ciate, because that's my tried and true, and I love the way it smells and looks and feels. Speaking of Ciate, though, I did go in with the Ciate London Marbled Light Dusk Blush, and that's what it looks like. So I put that along the nose, cheeks to kind of blend the highlight and the bronzer together as well. And I just kind of brought it right up to the temples, a little bit on the forehead, not too much. It was basically whatever I didn't use on the rest of the face, I just kind of went there. And that is it. I'm gonna go in with the Makeup Revolution eye primer. There's no shade, it just looks nasty like this. I'm just gonna go in on my foundation brush that I used. Foundation brush I used was the M439. That was also for the concealer. As for the highlight, for the Frozen Fruit highlight, I used the JS4 brush, which I finally freaking found. And for the Gold Breaker, I use the M501. I just didn't really want to mix them as I was doing it. I used my Alamar complexion brush. I used the Morphe E4 for the blush. So I'm just going to pop this onto my lid, and we're going to start on the more complex eye. Okay, I'm excited. So we're going to go in. So I'm going to go in with a JS8 brush here, and we're gonna dip right into the shade Monarchy, if I can find it. Where are you, Beach? Ah, there it is. Okay, so Monarchy is this nice tan shade here. It's a very cool tone tan. So I'm just gonna dip onto that, and we're going to, this is gonna be very difficult to hold this. So I'm just gonna put that down here, and I'm gonna hold this mirror. All right, this is just gonna go literally all over the crease. Now you must be asking, what did you use for your eyebrows? Nothing, bitch. Not. Oh my god. You're welcome, Chad. Go away. It's my Uber Eats driver. All right. So this is now into the crease, and after that, we're gonna go into our eyelid, which is gonna be what? Getting confused looking at my own instructions. Binge. Next one that we're gonna go into is shade Executioner. That's this black one right here. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. It's got some purple highlights in it. So this, I'm going to just take it on the same brush. I'm actually just going to wispy on the back of my hand. I'm going to dippy dab that onto the same JS8 brush. And this, here's where it's going to get fun. This is going to go on the inner and the outer corners. Not the inner, because you're going to leave that for a different color, but inner portion of the lid, outer portion of the lid. And we're just going to circle motion and going up. We're just, well, tap first and then circle motion, just to kind of get that look that you want. Make sure as well, when you're doing this, you leave your eyebrows up as much as possible, because if you do that, you're going to have literally no space. And this makes for your eye to be kind of stretched and taut. Now I'm just gonna remove that, and we're just gonna circle it kind of right up into that crease area just before the eyebrow. And then we're just gonna kind of connect. So nice and just like fluffy, and connect. Really taking it there. Super dramatic. Super just like, yes, bitch. Okay. You want to go in a little bit more. Really fill in the faded areas to get it that nice super pigment. And then you're going to go back in with Monarchy, just to kind of smoke out that edge and just kind of neaten it up a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the JS10 brush, and we are going to dip right into the shade Bleeding Heart, which is this beautiful, beautiful red right here. Love it. That's going to go right into the center of your eye. We're just going to pick that up, and we're just going to tap it up right into that crease. Don't be afraid to go over that black, because we do want it all to kind of blend together. And the only way that's going to happen is if you go over the black. So again, you're just tapping on the entire time. You don't even need to tap off the axis, because not a lot comes off. So just tap, tap, tap. And you're going to bring it right up as well, just to extend that eye a little. And then you're going to go back in with your JS8 and just smoke along and diffuse that harsh edge of that red that you just put on. Now I'm going to go in with my pinky finger onto the Bleeding Heart again and just really accentuate the middle, because I really want that red to just... But you want to get that base coat down first. Bring it right up until you start feeling like the bone of your eyebrow, and then tap off with a clean finger in between. I think that turned out rather nice, if I do say so myself. Okay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to get a nice little pencil brush. This is the Morphe M431, and I'm going to go and dive right into Vile Serpent, which is this beautiful green down at the bottom. And this one we're going to run along the lower lash line, just to really make it that super, super fun, not typical look. And you're not going to bring it up to the black, you're just going to bring it right where the black ends at the corner of your eye. And you're just going to go where that kind of like the waterline starts in that inner corner portion. Really take it there. Don't be afraid to smoke it out. How's everyone's quarantine going? Are we all excited that, you know, things are slowly starting to open up? I know in the States they're becoming a little more lax, a bit more lax than I think they should be, personally. But that's just me. But how are we feeling about that? What I'm most excited for is for movies to open back up. But not only the movies, because, you know, my channel kind of depends on the movies. But I'm also excited for salons here to open back up, so I can get my hair cut properly. Although I did a pretty banging job on it myself, if I do say so myself. And on top of that, that's fun. Okay, relax, bitch. On top of all of that, I really want the gym to open back up, because I'm really missing the gym. I need my gym back so I can get into shape. Not that I ever was in shape, but I would like to get into shape. I'm in a shape. It's called round. Okay, where is my Umpy Dump brush? I don't know. Oh, right here. All right, so that is that step complete. The final step is going to be going into Sworn Enemy, which is this beautiful, like, greeny toned gold right there. And that's just going to go right into the inner corner. I'm going to lay this down first. Really just kind of, it's up to you how shiny you want it. I want mine blinding. So I'm laying it down first on a brush, and then I'm going to go in with my finger after. But it's just to kind of get the shape in there that I want, which is going to be all the way out to here, right to where your nose kind of starts. You're just going to blend it into that green there. And you're going to take it into that little emptier space that's on the top, into that black. And then I'm going to go in with my pinky finger again, and I'm just going to really tap it in there. You're just basically getting the gist. I'm recreating kind of this look, okay? So that is literally that one eye complete. That's what it looks like. I think it turned out relatively well. I'm also not really like really trying. I'm just giving you like a quick vroop. There will be times when I actually like really try. Plus I'm also still learning, so like this one is gonna look, I mean, they're gonna look completely different, but they're gonna be completely two different shapes as well. So like, yeah, this one is more of like a smoky or like poof look, whereas the other one that I'm about to do on this eye is more of like a defined edge look. So for that one, we're still staying in with the Bloodlust palette. Not sure why I closed it. First things first, I'm going to go in with a nice fluffy brush. This is the M441, and I'm going to dip into the shade Vivid Mood, which is this lighter purple here, and that is going to go directly into the crease. That's a nice ass purple. Okay. Wunderbar. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a more defining brush. So I'm going to go in with you. Oh my god, where the hell are you? There's like 4 of you. Okay, I'm going to go in with my JS7 brush, which is typically meant for eyebrows. But I want to get a definitive thing. I'm going to be dipping into the shade High King right here. That one. And I'm just basically going to map out where I want the color to stop. So I'm just dipping it in there, right on the edge. Tap it off. Oh, I was about to put it on this eye. Can't do that. We're going to go right here, just out like that. And that's it. It's just, we're just going to make it like this little wing here. Okay? And then that is going to connect to our crease, right into that crease area, because then that deepens it as well. And it's going to look fire, trust. And this is going to go about halfway in. So now that we have the shape of it there, I'm going to go in with my JS12 brush. It's a little more dense. Dip into High King. Dippy dip. And we're just going to pat it right onto the center, right up to the crease, and just pat it to fill in the rest of that area there. Okay? Alright, so now that we've got the color on, I'm going to go back in with a little bit of Vivid Mood here, and just kind of run it along the edge, that top edge of that color, just to really diffuse it and make it not as shing shing. You know what I mean? I'm going to grab the M166 brush here, and we're going to dip into the shade Betrayal, which is this one down here. It is beautiful. It is a nice shimmery, purpley magenta pink color. So we're just going to tap that all over the lid. That comes off. Okay. We're going to tap it onto the rest of the lid to get our color on there, and then we're going to go back in again, I think with our finger. Actually, it's coming off pretty nice. I maybe won't do my finger, because it's really looking, it's looking pretty good, if I do say so myself. Like, you can see that has some good pigment. No setting spray, no finger needed. So I think I'm gonna leave it. Hi, dog. All right, so we're just patting that all over the lid, and then I'm gonna go back in with my JS12 brush and just kind of smoke together the in-betweens there, so there's no like divisive line. Actually, I will go in with my finger. It's not as blinding as I'm wanting it. I was gonna tap off my finger. Boop, boop. That's stupid. All right, there we go. That's better. It was nice. It was just not as blinding as I was wanting it to be, and now this is better. So, and again, we're just gonna go in, swirl it together ever so lightly. All right, so there we go. There's that. And now I'm gonna go in with a Morphe M124 brush, and we're gonna dip into the shade Scandal Water. That's this like indigo bluish purple color there. We're just gonna grab that right on the edge, very tip of the brush, just like this. Okay, tap that off, and this is gonna go along the lash line on the bottom, and try and keep it like right close to the lashes as well. Not too far down, but enough so that way you can still see the color, you know? And you just take it to the end of that lash line. Something just flew into my eye and I hated it. Then you're going to go back in with your JS12 brush. Dip back into High King again. And you're just going to smoke out that wing along to the bottom here. Start it always in the middle of your eye, just at the bottom. Because then you can work your way up and back. This eye, though, is everything. I like this. I think I might have gone a bit too far down there. But, again, this is something that I'm new at, is recreating something that I've created. I can see where I'm going. I know what I want to do. It's just, how can I create it? It doesn't look terrible, but I know someone else would kill it, who does makeup, like, all the time on a daily basis. I'm just running Vivid Mood again, just kind of along that top, just to get it like nice and smooth. And okay, the final step that we got to do, you know it, the inner highlight. I'm going to take another pencil brush. This is the M431, and I'm going to dip right into Pink Magic here. I might change it up a little bit and layer on some wet jewel on top, depending on how it looks, but Pink Magic is what I called for, so that's what we're doing. I'm just going right in, and then we're gonna go on with, oh, no, you won't need anything. This is, wow, I forgot how insanely blinding this is. You are not ready for the reveal. If you have never seen this before, you are not ready. I am actually going to go in a bit with pink jewel. I'm not showing you yet, because I just want to make it a little bit brighter and not as, like, dark. There we go. That's fun. So I changed it up a little bit, and I just put a bit of pink jewel on top. Didn't call for that, but I wanted to. And one more time, dipping into Vivid Mood. Going along that crease, bring it right into the inner of the crease. Right where you just put that inner corner color. And just... do you see this? Do you... see that? That's everything. And yes, it looked like I was missing a spot, but that's how bright it is. It's literally so blinding, I'm not actually missing anything there. That's insane. That is insanity how bright that is. I'm excited. Also, have you seen the Jeffree Star cremated palette yet? That comes out Friday. I'm excited. I'm getting it. Just saying. Okay. So, I'm not going to do mascara or anything. I just really wanted to do a quick eye look, ×2, clearly, just to show you that it can be recreated. What I am going to do is I'm going to do half of lips, though. So, on this half, for this look, I'm going in with Can't Relate. It's this nude color, and the gloss is beautiful. It's like a clear, but it has like a purple and blue glittery shift to it. And on the other half, I'm going to match the colors of my eyes as well, and I'm going to go in with Unicorn Blood with the Midnight Lick gloss. So, first things first, let's do Can't Relate. Get off my mirror so I can see. So that's that. We're going to go on to the other side with Unicorn Blood now. I mean, that's already a kind of a fun look, just like that. Now I've just got to add the glosses. All right, Iridescent Throne going on to the Can't Relate side. Just gonna kind of dab it on. That is everything. Yes, living for it. Okay, now we got to do Midnight Lick on the other side. Just dabbing it. Well, that just made it even so much more darker, and I'm living for it. Look at that. I love it. Okay, this is my first look. It's very goth. It's very, like, fun. Can't wait for the cremated palette. So I'm just going to be living my goth fantasy like this. And then you have this side, which is a little more fun, carefree, just like, yep, I am that bitch. If you enjoyed watching me recreate these looks that I have here in my binder, or if you'd like me to even recreate a look, or not recreate, create a look for you so you can try and recreate it in a video, leave some comments down below. Follow me on my Instagram, on my Twitter. I'm posting things all the time. Let's chat. Let's interact. Let's, have some fun. Let me know if you're excited for the cremated palette, because I am living for it. I'm ready. I'm ready for a palette to match the color of my soul. Black. Because I'm a depressed bitch. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you give it a like. Make sure you comment down below letting me know which look is your favorite look. And if you want to see me do more of these, also give it a like. If you're not already, please subscribe to my channel because I should put out... If you're not already, please subscribe to my channel because I put... Oh my god, why can't I say that? If you're not already, please subscribe to my channel because I put new videos out every single week. And hit the notification bell so that way you know when I put out a brand new video. I will see you on the next one. Bye, friendships.